Hello, welcome back. We have a familiar face in our studio today. Abby Killen from Profile is back with us this morning to talk about her employer partnership and what's all going on with that. How's it going today?
Good. How are you? Thanks for having me.
Yeah, I'm doing very well. Always nice to see your bright face as we talk about making healthier lives. So how are you working with employers to make that happen?
Well, I love this part of my job. So as you know, I'm in the community. I do a lot of partnerships with gyms. I do partnerships with food banks and the YWCA and all those things. But then I get to go into different companies. So a little bit larger companies, let's say like WEX is one of ours, or RDO, and we get to go in and we get to do presentations, and I get to do education. So I come alongside the wellness team of a company and say, how can I best support you? And that looks different for a lot of people. Sometimes that's just us being able to offer a little bit of education every once in a while just to help people know who we are. And then it's also sometimes me going in and helping them with a wellness challenge, giving them some motivation. That can look like different things, like we have our 3D body scanner. And so maybe at the beginning of a wellness challenge, we'll do a body scan, and then they have about 6 weeks to do some changes, some walking, some water, some maybe adding some veggies, and then we do another body scan at the 6 weeks when the challenge is over. So lots of fun ways that I go into different businesses and just say, how can I best support you as a wellness team, as a company, for your staff members?
What are some of the things you would say that you most often recommend when you're going into those places? Not to give out all the trade secrets, but just a few things.
You know, a lot of times I like to go in and talk about planning. So meal planning, meal prepping, how to prepare yourself for a successful day at work. Now, work looks different than it used to, so a lot of people are home. And so we've had those conversations too, where we'll do like a virtual presentation of what does it look like to eat from home and to get up off your chair a little bit more often. Getting up off your chair, I think, is a big one that we talk about. At work exercises. So a lot of people don't know how to fit in exercise because before work, you're, whether you have kids or you want to get up early and do your own thing, but it's not the gym or it's not exercise. It's how do we fit those things in throughout the day? Because also after work is not ideal.
You're tired after the day you had. Yeah,
we hear that a lot. So I would say the planning, the meal planning is really a popular one. Stress management. How do we manage our stress in the workplace and not turn to foods for that support emotionally? What are some tactics we can bring into the workplace so that we're really feeling like we're in control of that? Yeah.
And I think you hit on something that I never necessarily even thought of, but the work from home piece. Now that has become so big and so many people are doing it. I am, in here in the studio, I have to come here, but so I'm able to control how many snacks I have around me. And so I can say, no, I don't need to buy that because if it's at my desk, I'm going to eat it. But now you put me at home.
I know, and there's stuff everywhere.
The pantry's 2 steps away.
Yes, it is. And so really thinking through your day before it starts is so helpful. Again, meal planning, understanding what you need to do every 2 to 3 hours. Granted, snacking is great. We really do recommend every 2 to 3 hours you're having a snack, but what does that snack look like? So then it really changes what it looks like when you go to the grocery store. What are you making available to yourself inside your home? Because if you're going to gravitate towards the pantry or the fridge, let's fix what's in there, right? And so into that snacking behavior, again, not negative, but it's what is the feeling around that snack? Are you actually hungry? Do you need it? Are you just filling in a stress void because you just got off a call with your boss and you're a little frustrated, right? So it's really thinking through all of the emotions and the habits and the what's available to you in your home. That's going to be really important too.
And so an employer hears this or an employee and says, we want someone to come in and talk to us about that.
Yes.
Can they do that?
Yes. Oh, absolutely. They can call any of our 3 locations and just say they, would like to talk more about employer partnerships and how Profile can come alongside their wellness team or their HR team and really just help support the staff members. They can just ask for me and I'll make sure to reach out.
Okay, that's awesome. Well, Abby, thank you so much for coming on today.
Thanks for having me. It's so much fun to talk about it.
Yeah, always is.